Hi guys, welcome to all. In this session, we are going to discuss about the chapter 8 from NCERT Maths class 7th. So today we are going to do chapter 8 comparing quantities. Before understanding the concept of comparing quantity, we are try to understand the use of comparing quantities in our daily life. In our daily life, we are generally comparing to quantity in different way. Either it may be in the form of subtraction, either in the form of division, either in the form of average. So let's start our this session and try to understand one by one all the terms. So comparing quantities, we can compare our quantities in this chapter basically depends upon ratio and percentage. So that is our basically a syllabus for this chapter is ratio and percentage. So try to understand what is ratio and what is percentage. In our daily life, suppose that two persons are getting or score marks 20 and 40. Suppose a person A score 20 marks in their exam, and similarly a person B score 40 marks in other exam, either in the same exams. After that, we want to compare who is got more score, who got more score in half yearly exam or in any other exams. So we can say here a score or marks of person A is equal to 20, and similarly the percentage or score of person B is equal to 40. So our first method, if you want to compare these quantities by different method, so we can subtract score B minus score A is equal to answer is 20. Okay, what is the meaning of this 20? We can say that a person B or any students B score 20 more marks compared to person A, means that B is 20 greater than to A. So it is by comparison of two quantities. But remember, in our daily life, comparing same quantity with respect to, we can compare same kinds of, either it may be a marks, either it may be a magnitude or any other things. Means we can compare same kinds of things. So try to, our first topic ratio. In a ratio, we can compare always same kinds of material or same kinds of magnitude. It may be a kilometer, it may be a grams, it may be a liters, it may be a percentage. Okay, so all these one is in a same magnitude. So that is a comparison of our first method. Then move to try to understand our second method, that is division method. In our division method, suppose a person A score equal to how much? 20, and score of B is equal to 40. By this method, by a method of division method, divide 20 by 40 is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, but what is the meaning of this 1 by 2? Means that we can say a score of person A is half the score of person B. The meaning of that one is that the score of person A is half of the score of person A. So it is our division method. Remember, in division method, again comparing same kinds of magnitude, quantities, weight, liters, marks, and so on, but only in same kinds. Okay. If you want to compare same things in a form of our third method, that is average method. Average method. How can we compare a quantity by this method? So firstly, we can add a number of marks, a number of quantity, then divide a number of quantity by a total number of quantities. Means what? A plus B, okay, divided by total number of quantities here. What? We can compare only 2% A and B, so divided by 2. Okay, then their value becomes 20 plus 40, okay, is equal to 60 divided by 2. Okay, someone arise a question that 2 comes from where? So understand, 2 means what? There are only 2 person, A and B. We can compare now only 2 person, so we can divide only by 2. But if you want to compare 4%, 5%, 6%, then you will divide by 6% or 7%. So your answer becomes 30. But what is the meaning of actual 30? Means that 30 represent mean person A, score of person A is equal to 20, okay, which is our person A is 10 marks, okay, 10 marks less than to a reference point. Okay, what is our reference point? 30 is our reference point now. That is the average method. And person B, their marks equal to 40. Okay. And person B is 10 marks greater compared to our reference. Okay. He is 10 marks below and he is 10 marks above our reference point. Means compared to a standard marks, means that suppose passing marks is 33 in our all the exams, then we can compare to 33 or 100. In 100, who is getting more marks or less marks? Similarly, we can compare here. 30 is suppose our 100 with respect to 100, then with respect to 100 or 30, person A getting 20 marks and person B getting 40 marks. So that is again comparison of a marks with respect to a reference point. So in our syllabus, there are mainly, then try to what is the actual meaning of ratio. So we will try to understand what is the meaning of ratio. So ratio means the two quantity to the two quantity of same kinds are written in the form in the form of P and Q, okay, and Q is not equal to 0, not equal to 0, means the two quantity of same kinds are written in the form of P by Q, means in the form of our division method. And what is the meaning of division method? Okay, we can take two examples. A equal to 20, okay, 20, and B is equal to 40. Okay, then compare A raised to B. Okay, A raised to B equal to 20 raised to 40. Okay, equal to, after simplification their answer becomes 1 raised to 2. Okay, but what is the actual meaning of 1 raised to 2? Means that A, the value of A, okay, the value of A is half of the value of B. Okay, 1 by 2 means what? 1 by 2. The score of A is half of the score of B. That is the standard meaning of ratio. But remember, in comparison of ratio, we can compare only, remember to compare to compare only same kinds of magnitude or quantity. We can compare only same kinds of either magnitude, either quantity. It is our first topic, that is a ratio. Here one thing is again important. Ratio is, their symbol for ratio is A raised to B. Okay, means suppose 2 dot, okay, we can write it is also in other form A by B. Okay, here A is, okay, A is known as consequent. A is known as consequent or numerator. Okay, similarly B is known as okay, here A is known as antecedent. Okay, what is the meaning of A? Antecedent, and B is known as consequent. Okay, the value of A is known as antecedent, N-T-E-C-E-N-T, antecedent, N-T-C-E-D-E-N-T, antecedent or numerator. Similarly, B is known as consequent or denominator. Okay, denominators. So always remember A is known as antecedent, means first with respect to second in a comparison. A is known as antecedent or numerator. Similarly, B is known as consequent or denominators. So after that, second important terms is their order is very important. Their order or important. Why? Because A raised to B and B raised to A. Okay, reply me, both are same. It is not possible to say that both are same. So always remember A raised to B and B raised to A, not becomes a same value, not becomes a same value. So we can say that a raised to b and b raised to a is always not the same value or not becomes a same things. So it is our first topic. After that, try to understand some questions from our question number 1 from exercise 8.1, first one. Okay, everyone open on page number 157. Then you are getting a question first, that is find the ratio of the following questions. Okay, how can we convert into a ratio? First one, okay, first question is rupees 5 to 50 paise. 50 paise. Okay, remember our concept. We can always compare only a same kinds of magnitude. Observe here, first one is in rupees, second one is in a paise. Okay, so convert into a same unit, then we can easily understand. Okay, so we know that 1 rupees equal to 100 paise. 1 rupees equal to 100 paise. Okay, we can put their value on a given question. Then our answer becomes 5 rupees 5 becomes 500 and 50. Okay, their units are same. After that we can divide 500 raised to 50. Then we can say that answer is here 0 and 0 cancel out. 0 and 0 cancel out. So 5 ones are 5. Okay, 5 ones are 5. So what is our answer? 10 raised to 1. Okay, 10 raised to 1. Okay, again one thing is important here. In a comparison of ratio, their answer is always unitless. Okay, what is the meaning of unitless? Means that 50 paise, okay, 500 paise, okay, write in short form, and 50 paise. So paise and paise have same unit and cancel out. Okay, reply me, cancel out. 0 and 0 cancel out. 5 ones are and 5 ones are. So remember, at the end of answer is unitless in a ratio. Okay, we can take other example. Question second. Okay, try to understand question second. 15 kg to 200 kg. 200 grams. 200 gram. Okay, again firstly convert into a same unit. Here 15 kg. Okay, 15 is in form of 15 kg, and second one is in a gram. So convert into a same unit. How can we convert? We know that 1 kg, okay, 1 kg equal to 1000 gram. Okay, 1 kg equal to 1000 gram. So after simplification, that becomes 15 kg means what? 15,000 raised to 210. Okay, again both are convert into grams. So grams and grams cancel out. Okay, grams and grams cancel out. So their answer are 0 and 0 cancel. Okay, 0 and 0 cancel. 5 3s are 15. Okay, 5 3s are 15 and 0 and 0. 5 7s are. Okay, 3 7s are 21. So what are their answer? 3 5s are. Okay, you can look here 3. So finally answer is 500 raised to 7. Okay, 500 raised to 7. It is a required answer for this give second question. Okay, similarly you can solve other question. All the questions are very similar to first and second. So D. Okay, next one is D. 30 days to 36 hours. 36 hours. Okay, again firstly convert into a same unit. Okay, reply me what is our procedure. We will try to convert into same unit. Same, we can compare same kinds of magnitude, same kinds of, okay, quantities, same kinds of, but here days and hours. So convert days and hours into same quantities. Okay, 1 day. Okay, 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Okay, 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So 30 days is equal to 30 days is equal to show that 30 days equal to 30 into 24 is equal to, okay, so 4 3s are 12, 2 is carry, 2 3s are 6 plus 1 7, okay, and 720 hours. 720 hours. So we can simplify our answer. 720 raised to 36. Okay, both are in the same unit, means hours and hours. So hours and hours cancel out. So our answer becomes 36 1 and 36 2. So 36 2 72. Okay. So our answer is 20 raised to 1. 20 raised to 1. Okay, it is our question D. Okay. Next, try to question number third. Okay, what is question number third? 9 meter to 27 centimeter. Okay, so again firstly convert 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, we know that 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So that 9 meter equal to 900 900 meter. 9 meter equal to 900 centimeter. Okay, so becomes in a semi unit, so we can compare 900 raised to 27 in a centimeter, and centimeter becomes cancel out, so 9 1 is 9 and 9 3 is 27. Okay, so again right here 9 1 is 9 means 100 raised to 9 3 is 27. That is our answer, 100 raised to 3. Okay, then move to last question. Okay, we have only 4 questions in our question first. Okay, then move to second question. In a computer lab, there are 3 computers for every 6 students. How many computers are needed for 24 students? Okay, I am repeat the same question. In a computer lab, okay, you can also see from your book. In a computer lab, there are 3 computers for every 6 students. Okay, what is given that? Solution 2, given that in a computer lab, in a computer lab, okay, given that 3 computers for every 6 student, means every 6 student, every 6 student needed 3 computer. Okay, so every one student need, okay, every one student need how many computers? Means 3 by 6 computer. 3 by 6 computer. Okay, but given that for every 24 student, with 24 students are needed, how many computers? So we can multiply for 24 student. For 24 student, okay, what is the value of 3 by 6? 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. So for 24 student, 1 by 2 into 24 equal to 12 computer. Okay, reply me, how many computers are needed for 24 students? Means we simply multiply. Firstly, we can find out a number of computer for every student. Okay, every student. Then we try to multiply for required 24 student. So it is our answers. Okay, question number 3. Population of Rajasthan are 570 lakh. Okay, what is given that on question number 3? Question 3, the population of Rajasthan equal to 570 lakh. 570 lakh, and population of UP. Okay, similarly, the area of Rajasthan equal to 3 lakh kilometer square. Okay, 3 lakh kilometer square. 3 lakh kilometer square. Similarly, given that the population of of the population of which country, which city, which district, which state? UP. Okay, given that in our question UP, so we can write here UP equal to 1660 lakh. Okay, and area of UP equal to 2 lakh. 2 lakh meter square. 2 lakh meter square. Okay, remember all the quantities are same kinds, so we can compare one by one. So our question one from third one is which how many peoples are there per kilometer square in both these state? Okay, how many peoples are there? Okay, in our previous questions we have already studied about firstly convert the computers for every student. So similarly we can find a number of person in every per meter square area. So population of Rajasthan are given, area of Rajasthan, population of UP and area of UP are given. Okay. So number of people square per meter square. Okay. Number one, question number one, number of people per square meter. Okay, number of people per square meter equal to, okay, what is given that? Area of Rajasthan we know, and population of Rajasthan we also know. So how can we calculate the number of people per square meter? By dividing. By dividing means what? To comparing same kinds of unit by division method. Okay, so 570 divided by 3. Okay, what is the 570? Given that 570 is the population and divided by area of Rajasthan. Okay, so answer is, it is not completely converted into, okay, so 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, and 9s are, okay, 190 per square meter. Number of people per square meter. So 190 people are available in a per meter square on a Rajasthan. Similarly, number of people for UP, number of peoples per meter square on a UP equal to, okay, what is the population of UP? Given that the population of UP equal to 1660 divided by area of UP equal to 2 lakh square meter. Okay, so that becomes 2 8 just 16, 2 3 and 2. Okay, 830 persons, okay, are available in per meter square in UP. Our question second is that which state is less populated? Okay, again it is related to comparison of population, and population of UP and population of Rajasthan are same kinds of unit. So again we can easily compare which state is less populated. Which state is less populated? So firstly see the number of population in Rajasthan equal to 570 lakhs and 1660 lakhs in UP. So which city is less populated? Our answer becomes Rajasthan. Rajasthan less populated. Okay, Rajasthans are less populated compared to UP. Okay, so again, remember the concept of what is the meaning of ratio and their key points. Then try to questions from your book that is related to other questions. Okay, bye to all and thanks for watching.